All right, everybody, welcome back to the Cordios Tribe. So I'm going to make a goal to try to do one video a day to talk about different issues. And the one that I wanted to speak on today is about your ancestors. And the reason I want to bring that up is because I was looking through some old photos and I was just thinking about what those people did for us to get us where we are and how that has to do with masculinity. Back in the early 1900s, even in the 1800s, during the Industrial Revolution, you had a lot of Irish, Italian, English people who moved here. And when those people came here, they risked their lives to build this country up. Whether it was in places where they made cars or tires or shoes, all of these warehouse jobs and big industries where they were around heavy equipment, steam engines and things like that. If you look at a lot of those photos back then, there's one that comes to mind while I'm just sitting here talking about it, and it's the one with all of those men sitting on that steel beam, way, way high up above. I think they were building the Empire State Building. And that brings me to my next thought, is that we're being told that masculinity is toxic and that men being imposing or having the attitude of they will get it done no matter what, the I will never fall attitude or I will never give up attitude. We're being told that these things are toxic and that we're destroying society because of that. How is it that we could destroy society if those very things that they're telling us are toxic are the same things that built the country that we live in? This country wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for the men that sat on that steel beam. This country wouldn't be what it is if you didn't have men that weren't afraid to run into cannon fire during the Revolutionary War, which one of my ancestors served in. I still have a photo of him and his family. You see, we're told that men in this country need to be weaker. That's what masculinity, that's what toxic masculinity means, that sentence. Be weaker. But why? Because the people who want to destroy Western civilization, because it's not just about America, it's about Western civilization as a whole. The only way that you can destroy Western civilization is if you can talk people into thinking that the very thing that built it is evil and bad and should be put to death, which is masculinity. Masculinity makes great fathers. Masculinity makes a great country. Masculinity makes a great military. Masculinity builds greatness. You can see that in Rome. You can see that in Germania, even with the tribes of Germania. Those were fearless men. They weren't afraid to take on the Roman army. Rome built those buildings that they built. All of these things that have been done in history, even Genghis Khan and all of these different empires, would have never sprang from where they sprang from if not for masculinity. The key to a society and to a great civilization is masculinity. So let's think about it from an enemy's perspective, right? If I want to weaken a society, I have to find the root that built that society, or find the root of what I know builds a society, and try to demonize it as much as possible, flip it on its head, and make it look like it's something evil. Right? And the only way to do that is to talk you into thinking that you need to stop being that way. This is why you see stupid articles like going to the gym is white supremacy. Going to the gym, you might be a Nazi if you go to the gym. You might be a right-wing jerk if you go to the gym. This is why you see shit like that. In another video, I talked about predictive programming and how they mess with your mind and how they manipulate you into thinking that things that you're doing are bad or horrible or evil. Going to the gym raises your testosterone. Going to the gym makes you strong. Going to the gym makes you mentally sharp. There's no other reason to demonize someone going to the gym except if you were trying to make them think that they need to be weak and stay away from the gym because it might make them racist, or it might make them a right-wing jerk. We live in crazy times, man. I've got pictures of my ancestors hanging on the wall from France. And I have some pictures from my father's side that came here from Scotland and from the UK. And I hold myself to the fact that those people came here to start a new life. And when they did that, they were thinking about their descendants. And that everything that they did was for us. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't exist. This society wouldn't exist. The railroads wouldn't exist. Some of the industries that we have wouldn't exist. The buildings, everything. None of this would be here. My family is largely Celtic and Norse, and I know where my ancestors come from. And I think it's one of the most important things in life to know where you come from and who your people are. Because if you don't, then you can't figure out what they did for you. There's nothing wrong with that. And on occasion, I will see some really stupid news articles where it says things like, you should not be proud of your ancestors. Yeah, you should. You should. Because without them, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to any of you right now. I think it's very, very important to know where you come from and to understand that the only reason that you exist and that all the things that you use exist, and that the reason that you're able to look at your sons and your daughters and the reason that we all exist is because they came here. They existed. Thousands of years of evolution and ancestors, ancestry, and generations of them brought us to where we are. You should never forget about them. You should never let anybody tell you that they're dead and it doesn't matter anymore. Those people are missing the point and they're lost. Masculinity is everything. It has always been everything. And without it, we will cease to exist. That's just the pure and simple point of it. So when you get a chance, look at those old photos. Talk to your kids. Teach them about where they're from. And don't ever forget it. I'll see you on the next one.